Tonight on the North American Friends Movie Club.
Drugs and alcohol.
Rock and roll music.
And an unflinching interrogation of class, masculinity, and substance abuse seen through the lens of two young men who are both victims of and contributors to the negative material conditions of the society in which they exist.
We watched the 2002 Canadian comedy film, Fubar.
So, crack open a fancy movie beer.
And slide into your movie-watching jean jacket. Because we're three friends who like to watch movies, and we'll kill you if you try and stop us.
This is what it sounds like when we do a podcast. We're currently doing one. This is the North American Friends Movie Club, and you might notice something about the name of our show. And that's that the Friends part of the name comes before the Movie Club part of the name, because it's more important. So I got to ask my two brothers, how we doing?
I remembered what I wanted to talk to you guys about last week.
Great, let's start there.
So you didn't leave it in the podcast, I don't think, but I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell you about something, and I can't remember what it was. And then I thought maybe I would remember it. But anyway, here it is. So Nick moved into this great new place, and for the first time in 8 years has a dishwasher.
Ooh.
And you would have thought that he found religion. Like he has always known that he was desperate for a dishwasher, because the place where he was also didn't have a disposal. So like you just have to put everything in the trash like it's the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
So him being so excited about his dishwasher has got me excited about my dishwasher now, and I'm doing my dishes more. That's what I wanted to share.
Wait. What do you mean you're doing your dishes more? There's no you just
I
have
don't
to be
do
done.
that. I don't have a regular schedule. I live by myself, and my daughter is with me 3.5 days out of the week. And I will just leave dishes in the sink because I don't care, and I have ADHD, and it just doesn't. But I love it when I keep my house clean. So it was just nice to see someone get excited about it, and then he has inspired me to get. And now I'm like, yeah, it's really nice to have your dishes clean.
I totally understand.
And I don't have to do them. The dishwasher does it.
Yep, I totally understand, because we never had a dishwasher when I was growing up, and my first few apartments and houses, we didn't have any dishwashers. And then when I moved into this house, I got like a little used dishwasher when we built the kitchen in the basement, and shit is life-changing, man. It's how could you ever go back once you've known that it would be like going back to washing your clothes by hands.
Exactly. That is exactly the metaphor.
I have a dishwasher. Part of me feels like I don't like the dishwasher. I like getting them clean, done, and out of the way. It's over. Don't have to worry about emptying it.
You don't like the emptying?
No, I don't like the emptying.
Well, the emptying's my favorite part.
Oh, I'm like, boil up some noodles while that water's boiling. Let's unload that dishwasher. That's
exactly what I do, Nate. That's what I do too.
What?
You know, you're like, you're cooking something, and it's going to take like 10 minutes or something for that water boil. Well, now you just clear that dishwasher.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like, say I had access to fire.
Yeah, you do.
And I did. I do. Like, let's pretend we're cavemen. Okay. And I have fire I'm very good with the fire. I use the fire.
Can I be wearing a bra as a cave woman, though?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not just going to make you run around,
akimbo.
Akimbo. That's it. That's perfect.
I'm all derailed now.
No, I know.
If you had fire,
we were cave people. Yes.
And it's like I do all the right things with the fire, all the things that our fire is used for. And I've been telling you guys how good this fire is, and you guys should be using the fire more often. And for all your daily stuff.
We're making fun
And
of
then-
you. We're calling you Fire Guy, Mr. Fire.
Yeah.
Yes,
here
the
comes
fire.
Mr. Fire
Yeah.
Guy. I bet you're warm and all that. And you're making fun of me, and you guys are smoking and blowing up my face and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you guys use the fire one day, and you're like, "Oh, the fire's so good." I'm like, "Yeah, I know.
We just kept talking like, Brent, have you heard about this fire shit?
Yeah, keeping clean is
So
good."
that's how you feel. You feel
Yeah.
resentful that you've been excited about the dishwasher, but
No,
we're like taking
Cleanliness.
it for granted.
it's funny to me when you guys get excited over things that are normal.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you got to keep life interesting. I mean, who are we if not children in a big adult aging body?
Definitely how I
If you
feel.
look up or you go to the dictionary and look up dishwasher, one of the words to describe it is exciting.
Definitely. It's exciting new technology.
Have either of you been a dishwasher at a restaurant?
Absolutely, yes.
No.
I feel like that's a really common job for men, for boys specifically.
We
Like
me
you don't
and-
see girls as the dishwasher.
as the
at restaurants.
as the dishwasher, almost never.
Yeah.
In
You're
the
in the front of the
kitchen
house.
working, yeah, for sure. But as
for
the
sure,
dishwasher,
working in
nah.
the kitchen.
Yeah, when I was just turned 18, me and my buddy got a job at a bar in the kitchen as dishwashers, and eventually, like all the kitchen managers, drug addictions eventually caught up with them, and there was nobody left except for the two of us. So then we were just running the entire kitchen. So we just became chefs from being dishwashers, and that was pretty wild. That was a pretty wild time in my life.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
I like that.
Was that you weren't in school anymore?
No, that was my
Dude,
first.
were you drinking? Did you ever drink? Were you a drinker?
we would party like fucking crazy. Especially the
I
ladies
bet.
that worked there were unhinged, man. The minute that place closed, like fucking
Barrel.
yeah, shit got wild.
Oh, man. And what year was that, would you say?
That would have been 2006 or 2004, just after this movie came out.
Dude, I would have been when did it come out in like the summer?
I don't remember when it actually came out. That's a good question.
No.
Let me look.
I would have been graduating from college, be working at Tomfooleries on the Plaza as a hostess. And I made out with one of the servers in the keg room. That was really exciting.
Mm-hmm. That was a big day.
It was a big day. It was a good day at work.
I worked in a graveyard
Really?
You've worked in a graveyard?
during that period, yeah.
How have we
Yeah.
never heard? How have we never heard about this?
Oh.
I feel like we've been told this before.
You might be right.
Yeah, it was just mowing grass, but then I got hired on to, for some reason, this guy thought I was good with stuff, and he hired me to make he wanted a digital map of all the graves.
Like their locations?
Yeah, and all the names and all that. And
Oh,
I'm like,
damn.
okay.
You got paid for that, didn't you?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, you had to take a big, remember, I think I told the story. You had to take a big metal spike, drive it into the ground where the headstone is to make sure that the body was still there.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, you
What?
drive it. Yeah. You take a big metal, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And they're like, well, just to check to see if the body's, I'm like, where's the body go? It's like grave robbers and stuff and like ground shifting and scam cases. I'm like, scam cases? Like, yeah, people saying they're dead and they're not really dead. I was like, what have you got me into here?
What kind of graveyard is this?
Well, wait, the body isn't necessarily there. You would hit the coffin.
Well, I'm not going to exhume people.
Well, I know, but how would you know that you know what I mean? Like,
That's the graveyard test. Is like, if the coffin's there, that's all we promise. Is
Then
that the
that-
coffin's going to be.
okay.
We can't say what's going to happen inside that
it's
coffin.
3 sacks of flour.
Yeah.
Like,
In order
Well,
for us
we
to
held-
check.
We held up our end of the bargain
Yeah.
with we
Hear
put
that?
the body.
Donk, donk,
Yeah.
donk. Hear that?
That's-
no, it
That's
goes into
uncle.
the
It's your
ground, and
uncle.
if it pulls out goopy, then you know you've hit
Something went real.
No.
like
all
bloody.
the bodies were like exhumed or what's the word?
Called for. They were
No, not exhumed,
accounted
but
for.
embalmed.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they preserve, and then you have I didn't know that you get buried in a protective case around the coffin either.
Yeah, the tomb. For
It's like
sure.
100 That's like 100 years protection from the worms.
Yeah, it's made out of cement most of the time.
Yeah, but then like some graves be knocked over, and apparently, and like I didn't know snakes love to live underneath tombstones that are knocked over because they're cool.
Slytherin.
And then they heat up in the day, and they like it. And I was deathly afraid of snakes, so I used to hate having to lift up the tombstones.
Working out the graveyard does not sound great.
No, it sucks because you always got hollered at too by people, old men that like miss their wives and stuff, and like they manicure and take care of their plots. And if you fucking cut the grass too short, they freak out and they yell at you. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I will punch you, old man.
I picture that. And then you'd have to like dig graves and stuff, and it was interesting.
That's heavy.
Never did finish the math.
That's where your obsession with the occult became. It's like you start at the graveyard, then you head over to the cauldron store.
Maybe your problem is that you're haunted.
I wouldn't even mind that.
Like your foot would stop hurting.
Yeah, explain some stuff.
Yeah, if you got an exorcism.
What I want to talk about is Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight is tonight.
I can't wait.
Criminal.
I can't wait.
Criminal.
I can't wait.
I don't know.
Did you watch the
on
documentary?
This. No, I can't. I can't get involved in this.
I don't want to support it. Like of course I'm going to watch a highlight of what happened, but I like literally do not want to support Netflix doing this because this should be illegal.
Oh no, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to watch it live.
Who's gonna win? Let's go.
It's the most likely result is exhibition boxing match where actually neither of them are trying that hard. Like that's the most likely result of this.
I think they're in too deep now. I think they have to. Here, I have many thoughts. I had a dream last night. First of all, that Mike Tyson won in 26 seconds with a knockout.
Okay,
and there was controversy because Jake Paul said that he got poked in the eye.
He would say
that. And he wasn't really knocked out. It was just poked in the eye.
Yeah, he would say that.
But then I woke up. And then, okay, here I think all Mike Tyson has to do is connect one time. But I think if he doesn't knock him out in the first round, Jake Paul's going to win. Mike Tyson wasn't that good at the end of his career. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, like Jake Paul sucks, and Mike Tyson is obviously a better boxer than him, but he's 65 fucking years old, and like your muscles, like the electricity doesn't go to your fucking muscles. Like
he's 58. He's not in his 60s. He's in his 50s.
I mean,
I think Mike Tyson will win because here's one more thing I want to say about it that I learned from the documentary is that Jake Paul really respects Mike Tyson and is perfectly fine with losing, but he's going to like give it his all. Like, and he's serious about it and he's training and they show him training and what he does. And the guy looks like I don't think it'll be like he gets knocked out immediately, you know? Like,
Jake or Mike?
Yeah, Jake. I don't think he'll get knocked out like immediately, but I do think that Mike Tyson will win.
I would, if I had to make a prediction, my best guess would be like Mike's best chance is in the first minute and a half to just catch Jake sleeping. And then if Mike Tyson doesn't knock him out in the first minute and a half, it's probably just going to go the distance with them like dancing around each other. That's my biggest guess.
Yeah. I think that's right. I might not even watch. I'll just watch highlights because I can't support any of it, but
why can't you support it?
Because Mike Tyson's this weird character that like we all love him now, but he was a very bad person.
Oh, certainly. He's a complex character. He was deeply abused. Like they go into his childhood. He was a horrible person. Like he did crime for years until he directed it towards boxing.
The thing, I guess, about my age group, and probably Nate's and you as well, Kate, is we're all pretty much the same age.
I'm your age.
I know. Is before internet and stuff, the biggest event was a Mike Tyson pay-per-view fight.
Oh, yeah.
That was the shit. And then he was so good. He was so just scary.
Like the best ever, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. If not the best, one of the best.
Yeah.
And if I watch and see Mike Tyson get knocked out by Jake Paul, it's going to be like a little part of me is dead.
I see.
That's why.
You're worried. You're worried to lose.
Well, then I'm like, am I a bad person for supporting Mike? I don't know. It's just a roller coaster of emotions.
I feel like my cousin was in this is a made up story. I'm making up a story. This is not true. But I feel like my cousin was in a motorcycle accident, and then after they were in a motorcycle accident, they met somebody who doesn't have brain damage and they're getting married. I'm just like, what do you mean? I'm just like someone is taking advantage of the person who's in the motorcycle accident. Like, that's how I feel about this whole thing with Mike Tyson being.
What a complicated and interesting metaphor.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is how I feel. It's very complicated for males that our age about this. I don't know what's going to happen. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I was laying in bed the other night, and I was thinking about just laying there trying to get to sleep. And then I thought about Nate was feeding chickens, and his job was to take chickens and give them to let people hunt. It was actually turkeys. Like, he owned a turkey farm that he would let people hunt on.
The vegetarian?
Yeah, I know. And in order to ensure success in his business, he would feed the chickens, but he would put cough medicine.
Slow them down.
And they will get slow. And I thought about that, and I thought about it more and more and more and more. And then within 20 minutes, I messaged Nate at 1:30 in the morning, my time, with a script for an idea for a movie that we're going to write.
Yep. Yeah. I was very late when I was getting those messages. I was like, what is he doing awake right now?
And
so you're going to write a screenplay about a chicken farmer?
No, I'm not giving anything else other than that. It's all inspired by Nate giving cough medicine to a turkey. And that's what's like being my friend. That's what you got to deal with. That's the energy I bring to the relationship.
No mention of the 37 Spanish Angels.
Oh, the 37 Spanish Angels. They brought the stats up yesterday. Scott was mentioned 18 times overall.
Wow.
But we only talked about him 5 times, I think. His name was tossed. Yeah, like direct. Like, his name was said, but not a story about him. And Scott says he's still happy with his mentions and he'll continue to listen as long as he's mentioned. It was very good discourse about the episode. The transcript. There's a guy, James, he brings up the transcript of the. I didn't know you could do that.
What?
And I can't do it on my phone. He goes to the Apple.
I bet he has an Android. I bet I have it too.
And he clicks on transcript and it's everything that we say.
That's awesome. I hope he highlights my parts.
He highlights anything that anybody, like, before I even listen to the episode, I'll open it and it'll say, Scott was mentioned 18 times, Jody was mentioned, blah, blah, blah. The Spanish Angels they're excellent supporters.
Thank you, Spanish Angels.
Thank you, Spanish Angels. My question is, who's the Spanish angel that you think deserves to get a shout out, but hasn't gotten one yet? And let's make some time for a special Spanish angel. Okay.
Troy. He's one of our best listeners. He's the guy that always suggests Beau is Afraid and Tenet for us to watch.
I'm not watching either of those movies, Troy.
Yeah, and I told him
I'm going to make sure to pick them.
That we'll never pick Beau is Afraid and Tenet. But he
Why
always.
would we not watch Tenet?
We're just because have you ever watched Tenet?
Yes, it's confusing.
It's unwatchable.
It's confusing.
Yeah. And we can't have 2 hours of us talking about that.
We'll figure it out.
Troy gets the special, but what I find fascinating is no matter what the category or the theme is for the month, he always finds a way to get Beau is Afraid and Tenet involved.
Yeah, Christmas movies, Tenet.
So that's a special angel, and is a special angel.
No, wait. No, now this is a new segment, so just Troy.
Okay.
Troy's the only one.
Just Troy.
Now you guys got to behave. Whoever's the best behaved this week might get a special Spanish angel shout out next week.
Oh my gosh,
we did get made
funny.
fun of that one of the ways to torture somebody would be to strap them down and make them listen to that episode of The Two Towers because of us mispronouncing Aragon so many times.
Yeah, even I do it, and I've like read the book fucking 10
How do you
times and
say
watched
it?
the movie 100 times. It's Aragorn, but I say Aragon by accident all the time.
Oh, it's Aragorn?
Yeah, they said after the 50th
sorry,
time of
everybody.
No, even when I was
Aragon.
editing, I heard myself
Sorry.
doing it. I'm like, bro, you know what his name is. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. And then
I'm embarrassed now, man. Damn.
a message from Scott was the Nazgul rode on fell beasts.
Fell beasts, of course. Of course,
And he
you know
was
that.
very happy that Nate said he didn't know what they're actually called. He's like, tell Nate they're fell beasts.
Yeah, he got my ass.
He got
So
your
I
ass.
shouldn't have called. Well, they were right. Was that have to do with my quiz question about? Never
Dragons?
mind.
No, I
No,
think
we were talking
it's-
about the ring
yeah.
race, and I brought up how much I would get done if I owned a dragon, and then we talked about the Nazgul on the
Okay,
dragons,
gotcha.
and we didn't know
Gotcha,
what
gotcha.
they were called. And Scott,
Okay. Okay.
Scott was our buddy who liked to make fun of us. And I think speaking of buddies that like to make fun of each other, I think it's time we talk about our third installment of Brovember month. It was my movie. I picked the 2002 Canadian classic film Fubar. So, Catherine, you're up there, kitten. I didn't know.
Okay.
I had nothing after
Kitty
you're up.
cat.
Kitty cat.
Okay, so Fubar is a movie about a documentary that's being made about two guys, Dean and Terry, who are headbangers, which are dudes from Alberta, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, who just drink an excessive amount and play heavy metal music occasionally, get into physical altercations every day, and just in general have no direction in life. And so we meet that they have a buddy named Troy that used to party with them, and he kind of grew up and matured because he met a woman. And then we kind of meet the producer and director of the film. His name is Farrell. And Farrell becomes more kind of involved with the guys when he finds out through Terry that Dean has testicular cancer. So Farrell really wants him to get... Anyway, so Dean learns he has to remove his testicle because it has cancer. And so they go out and they party. And the movie changes when Farrell, the director-producer, dives off a rock head first and kills himself. So then the movie changes to following Dean kind of maturing as he takes care of his cancer and the death of Farrell. And he ends up being told at the end that they don't see any more cancer, and then the last shot is of them by Farrell's grave and they're shotgunning beers. The end.
That was probably your best one, Kate.
Yeah, nailed it, Kate.
You got everything.
I was really wanting to be respectful of this film for you.
No, this is the thing. You have to be Kate during this episode. You have to be for those.
I am. Can I not also be good at things?
Yeah, you're great. No, you're great. You're right. Sorry. Continue. Why don't we talk about our favorite parts of Fubar?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to start by saying that I was really worried because the first half of this movie I really didn't like. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is, like, I get why it's funny. Like, I think it's one of those you had to be there moments. And then Farrell dives headfirst, and I thought to myself, why is he fucking diving into a creek head first? And he died, and I cackled and laughed out loud. And then it was like, oh, okay. And then the movie was so fucking hilarious after that. But I don't know why they couldn't put the second half and make it more like the first half. Or you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's so interesting, Kate, especially because when the first time I watched this movie and I was young, I was like so into the first half of it. And then he dies. I'm like, what kind of weird fucking ass movie is this? So it's so interesting. Like, I was like, these guys, they were partying. Let's go back to partying, guys. So, but as an adult, I totally agree with you. Like, yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, it gives it some kind of like I don't think you could have the movie's only like an hour and 20 minutes. I don't think you could have a full hour, 20 minutes of just them. Like
they're just fighting and drinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they're just gross. And like,
Yeah.
I really was not into that. Like, and then there was like death, you know, they're put into a context. And so then their personalities become more interesting. And you like, cause I didn't like any of them. You know what I mean? Like, I liked Farrell because I related to him the most.
Yeah.
It's funny to have them literally what you said, just fighting and drinking and fucking around, and then they bring in two very heavy subjects with cancer and death. It's like, what the fuck? How did we get here? What the fuck?
I genuinely don't know if it was on purpose. Like, we'd have to talk to Paul about it and really ask him, but there's something about the drinking part at the front half that is like so complicatedly sad, where you're like, they actually have so much like there's like so much negativity to the drinking and the partying. It's like they're keep using words like they're having fun, but there's like a desperation to it and like a sadness to it that I just like did not get into my brain when I was younger. Is like the reaction to this movie here, especially around young people, was like, it's like a party movie. Do you know what I mean? Like they're almost like aspirational figures, and people would just be like, started talking like them, started partying more in the way that's portrayed here. And it's like, none of that sadness and that desperation like connected with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point. Like, yeah, because I don't know, like you said, if it was done on purpose or not, but it is everyone that like loved these movies or this movie only took like the headbanging part from it. Like, yeah, that's part of it. They never took like the like having to grow up and deal with like a major health issue like cancer, and you got to be around for your daughter, or how you deal with like an acquaintance that died and it's kind of your fault that they died. Like, none of that
is absolutely not their fault he died.
No, I think his sister, Farrell's fictional sister, said it the best at the little celebration of life they had at the house, where she was saying like, "Oh, it's so Farrell, like, oh, you had to dive in, like, look at me, I'm diving," which is very
so
true.
Real. It's so funny.
Very
Such
funny
a
thing to
cunt.
say at a funeral.
Yeah.
And that was his mother, Paul's mother, that was played.
Who they told the joke to?
Played Farrell's mother. Yeah.
That was I really liked that scene where she's didn't
pretty.
get the joke at first, and then she did get the joke after a little bit. That was a pretty funny scene. And
because it's very authentic. Because the whole movie, there was no script for the movie. It was just like, hey, we have a camera. Here's what the scene should involve. Just make up what you're going to say. And when they told her the joke, you could see that she just wanted to laugh to be polite, but then she actually got it, and it was very funny.
Yeah.
I'm a big Paul Spence fanboy. This movie is he's just one of those people. I have a friend that no matter what story they tell, you laugh because they're just funny. The way they speak, the way they talk, the way they look. And Paul, who plays Diener, is just so funny to me with the things that he says and does. Like when they introduced his estranged girlfriend and their daughter, and just him staring at the daughter like, what the fuck, for the first like 5 seconds, just staring at her like, oh fuck. And just I have so many fucking funny things, like when he's yelling at the football game, I recommend you try another sport like knitting.
So silly.
So fucking good.
I thought it was it was very funny after because I was just I don't like fighting, and this was all kinds of fighting, and like it really does take you to a place of being 19 and hanging around people just because they're around. And like, I just kept being like, why does Dean take Terry for granted so much? And like, Dean is so mean to Terry. And all Terry does is try to like set verbal boundaries that Dean does not. Like, they are buddies, but I was like, that is actually how there's always a friend that like pushes the boundary, or you know what I mean? Like,
100%, Kate. I actually think that Terry's performance is very genuine in some of the friendships that like I've known, where it's like these guys who party together and that's what they have in common. But when shit gets kind of fucking real, Terry like steps up big time for Dean. It's like, actually, that's a lot like the guys I grew up with. Like, they were absolutely fucking feral animals and out of control. But when one of them would be down, really down, the other guys actually did always stepped up to take care of them. It's like an interesting thing.
Yeah, when they're interviewing Terry after a feral told Trixie about his cancer, Terry's like, oh, you guys went on a different level with getting Dean's nuts fixed. I was going to take him. I was going to do it. But he was just kind of like, didn't know how to address it. I don't know. It's
do you think he really was going to?
I think I think that was a really touching scene because he wanted to help Dean, but he didn't have the tools to help Dean. And like, he didn't have the hardness that was required for someone to come in there and just like yell at Dean and be like, get your fucking ass to the doctor. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, Terry didn't have that in him.
He just didn't want to like, I think Terry has a really good heart and didn't want to like upset him more than he already was. And that theme carried over to Fubar too. I mean, they went out west to go work. Like, Terry took it really serious and like, you know, got a girlfriend to settle down, and Dean was still fucking around and shit like that.
Don't spoil it for me. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. Oh yeah, you'll like it. If you like the second half of the first one, you'll like this one. I really laughed at when Farrell was camping and he was shotgunning the beer, and then he put it down. Then the first thing he said was, "Which one of you touched my throat?"
I didn't understand that because I was like, you just did.
He just didn't want to be touched by them. It's just very funny.
Yeah, he's a weird character.
One of my notes is, what's tiny bowling? Because I'd never seen that before.
You've never seen 5-pin bowling? Is that Canadian?
That's Canadian. Little balls.
I didn't know that. It's
we have
fun as hell.
We have big bowling.
I truly believe that 5-pin bowling is way more fun.
The pins are on strings.
They're on strings.
Remember I told you guys I got a turkey once? That was 5-pin. That was in 5-pin.
I've never done the 5-pin. I've used the little balls with candle pin, we call it. They're the tall, skinny pins.
Okay, yeah.
Bowling alley food is good. It is good food.
Yeah, Terry says the best burger he's ever had was from an alley.
Yep.
I forgot that we got to see them naked too in this movie.
Jumping over the fire?
Yeah.
We saw them naked? I missed that.
They were jumping over the fire when they're camping, and then they jumped a couple times, and one of them was when they were naked. Paul jumped over the fire, or Deaner and Terry jumped over the fire naked.
Oh, I'll have to rewind it. I did. Trying to check it out. I didn't know if maybe like how randomly we could have Paul on, but I was going to ask him if he shaved his eyebrows, because it looked like his eyebrows were shaved.
He did. And then that is a very funny bit where they have the doctor go like, I don't know, it's like a miracle that his mustache didn't fall off. Like, that was funny.
That's an actual real doctor too in real life.
I read that.
Funny. When Farrell did dive in and go head first and broke his neck and died in the river, he's floating down the river, and Dean goes to bring him up. He gets him for like a half a second, then he keeps on floating by. Very fucking funny. I
like that shot actually a lot. I was like, that's the way that the cameraman goes like, oh shit, and like puts the camera down on the ground, and they got a really nice frame. It's like, that's good filmmaking. There's some good filmmaking in this movie actually, because I thought the same thing actually when there's a scene with the doctor near the end of the movie, and the doctor's like in the racquetball court. Mm-hmm. And there's just this other doctor like pacing around behind him, swinging his racquetball thing, like obviously like annoyed. I was like, that's actually great storytelling, like very not calling attention to it, but you're like, they painted a little picture there of what was going on in that one. I liked it.
Yeah, it's like Kate and you said it's such an odd movie because it's all about these two headbangers. It's just meant to be like, haha, Trailer Park Boy kind of thing, like Jackass kind of situation. But there's actually very, very serious story behind the whole thing. And I find that really interesting.
I had an intrusive idea last night that they should like in an alternative universe, they should redo this movie with Andre the Giant as Terry and Hulk Hogan as Dean.
There you go.
And I can't remember why. I started thinking about it because Andre the Giant would be Terry because he would be like, stop picking on me. You know what I mean? Like,
did Andre just come into the room?
Yeah.
What just happened? Was he here?
And then Hulk Hogan is just like Dean because he's just
destructive, ripping shirts.
Yes, dumb.
Same brother, yeah.
Stomping brother.
When the mother, Dean's mother in the movie, when she's describing Dean and it shows Dean playing the bass and he fucks up the first riff. And, you know, she's saying like, oh, maybe he'll be in a band. Maybe he'll just play by himself.
Maybe
solo.
He'll teach children.
And it shows that he hits the cymbal with his bass. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. And then they're fighting and Terry and Dean are fighting and Jailbreak is playing. And there's Dean falls over a tricycle into a bush. Terry goes to pick him up, but then notice that his shoe's off, so he takes the shoe and punts it in the air. And then Dean takes a handful of dirt and throws it in his face. I love that stuff. It makes me keel over laughing. The way he just kind of slyly picked up the dirt and then threw it in his face.
I was curious why they were jumping into the creeks with their shirts on.
I had the same question myself.
And then Farrell takes his shirt off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, Farrell, okay,
yeah. All right, Farrell."
Because I liked him, and I related one of my notes because I took notes throughout this one, and I said I relate to the producer the most, and then later on it says Farrell dies.
It's very surprising. It's also very funny. It's very funny how it just like it happens. And then they floats down the river, and then it just cuts to like Farrell, whatever, 1986 to 2002.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, you're just something you're not expecting at all.
Yeah.
When one of my favorite parts, when they're camping, and they ask Farrell's drunk, and they're asking what he does when he's not making movies, and Farrell gets defensive and says, "You think this is my life?" and all that.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of just like shocked by Farrell's reaction. And Terry looks nervous. He's like, okay, what do you do in your spare time? It's my favorite Terry line by far. And Tron Funkin' blows. Like the way Diener describes it, if he was on his deathbed and he had 5 words to say, he doesn't think that it would be Tron Funkin' blows.
The whole Tron thing is very funny too, about how he like, during the interview, they're like asking him, they're like, so you stopped partying with these guys and you got married, and like during the interview he's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, like I probably shouldn't have done that, hey, like I probably should have stepped, like he's just yearning for that like freedom so badly. There's something funny about that.
Farrell looks at him, he's like, you're like a patriarchal figure to them. He's like, they're patriarchal to me, man. So fucking good. I love this movie.
I saw one of my notes is that so Diener came onto the screen for the first time and he had a shaved head. I mean, he lost it with cancer, and I was like, Diener looks like Pitbull, because that's who I thought. That looks exactly like Pitbull.
The hardest I've laughed this movie is when they cut to him sit in the wheelchair bald for the first time. I fucking cracked up. He looks so fucking stupid and funny.
With those glasses.
The glasses.
Glasses.
And then when he's eating ice cream and it's all on his lips.
I can't imagine how bad Diener and Terry smell.
Yeah, everyone in this movie looks like they smell like ketchup. Everyone.
I wish they would smell like ketchup. They smell like cigarettes and stale beer and like body
Sweat?
odor.
Mhm.
Dude, I went camping when I was in my early 20s. I used to go camping with all my buddies. And I had friends that would just sleep on picnic tables. Like wouldn't bring a blanket or anything and just
Insane.
like that's not my vibe. Like
Nah.
I can't
Nah.
do that.
You're a
Even like
glamper.
no,
Well,
I'm not a
even-
glamper. Just like give me a tent. Like give me a tent and something soft to put my head on. Like I don't ever but I get it. You're like so drunk. And that's not fun. Like being
No,
that drunk
I
is
can't do that
not fun. And you're getting in a fight every night with your supposed best friend.
Mhm.
Like,
It's
thank
a very
you.
dramatic
no, thank
life.
You.
It's a very dramatic life,
Oh,
you know?
exhausting.
That's what the definition of giving her is. Wake up the next
Ooh.
morning,
True.
pop a Pilsner and a chocolate bar, and you're good to go.
Damn.
Do you guys notice that when they're talking to that guy on his bike that works at the meat processing factory who got attacked by the hawk? And then Paul's like, asks, like, did you have like meat on your hands? And the guy starts laughing at Paul, like Paul's the idiot. He's like, no. And then a couple scenes later, they're at the bar and that guy's there.
Yeah, that's just a guy.
Yeah, I like that guy. He just shows up. And I feel bad for the Paul situation because he's forever in Canada known as Diener.
Yeah.
We went to that movie, his Diener 89. Which is a prequel to his Diener character. During the whole movie, people were shouting out, and there was all Diener lines. Like the very first 5 minutes of the movie was just like setting up stories and world building, and someone screamed out, "Turn down the suck." I was like, yes, so fucking funny.
He has to be Diener forever now.
Yeah, boo fucking who. And people were yelling, "Turn down the suck knobs at 10, it's gonna break off." I was like, oh fuck, so funny.
The last thing. The last
go
thing.
ahead.
I still have notes, Brent.
Yeah, give her, bud.
Mustache, a medical miracle. I thought that was funny how he said that. And
I wonder why he decided not to shave the mustache off.
it's funny.
Yeah.
So I have a special place in my heart for cutlasses, and they drove that cutlass the whole time. Really, just
Mhm.
warmed my heart. That is a
Mhm.
car that I grew up in high school. Like I had 3 friends with cutlasses. Like
Oh,
How
you
did you
listened to
feel?
some Bob Seger and a Cutlass in
Yeah.
your day.
Night moves for sure.
and then the last note I have is Farrell's grave says heaven take one.
Yeah.
I saw this movie so many times, and I just noticed that for the first time last night, and I fucking roared at that part. Yeah.
That was a great way to end it. That's fucking hilarious. That's a good
Take
joke.
one. Okay. Our notes all out.
It's time.
They're out.
It's time for the quiz. Easiest quiz ever, but that I had to make. Not the questions are easy, but just actually making it was so easy. Are we ready for the Fubar 7?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Nate's going first this time. In one of the very few outfit changes in the movie, Terry's wearing a jersey, crop top jersey, football jersey.
Damn.
What number is on the crop top football jersey? Is it 14, 7, 12, or 5?
Oh,
What number is Terry
those are
wearing?
good. Those were good numbers. I'm
Yeah.
discombobulated.
Yeah.
I like a 14.
You said 14, 7. What
12
was
and 5.
12 and 5? I'm going to go with 12.
Terry Cahill, crop top football jersey. If he was on the team, he was number 7. Brent's on the board.
Gone forever.
I should know that that's my birthday. That's my lucky number, and I didn't notice that.
Question number 2. Kate, you're going this time.
Okay.
Terry is employed at the furniture store where he says he's making tables, but he's actually just a delivery guy. What is the name of the furniture store that Terry worked on? Was it Anderson's, Murphy's, Mason's, Amber's?
I'm going to say Murphy's.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm going Murphy's.
The owner of the furniture explained that he would not be doing anything with the production of the furniture, just the grunt work, he said. And that was Mr. Amber from Amber's Furniture.
Fuck.
Gone forever.
Brent off to a hot start.
Oh, yeah. How thick would you say that table is, Nate?
2.5 inches, I'd say. Yeah.
That's why they
Solid
call
oak.
it. Yeah, solid oak. That's why they call it double edge. Diener decides to audition for a band and he's warming up. What bass line does he play while he's warming up? Does he play the bass line from Ice Ice Baby, Money, Come Together, or Another One Bites the Dust?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Money.
Money.
He plays boom, doom, doom, doom. Yeah, he plays Money by Pink Floyd. Very good. Very good.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, Nate,
Did you know because of the way I said it?
Oh, yeah.
No,
you-
I just knew that you knew that one. Like, you're a music person. You've
Mhm.
seen this movie several times.
Mhm.
And so you got to choose before me. So
Oh, I knew as soon as I read the question, you said, "Is it my turn? Is it my turn? It's my turn, right? Can I go? Can I go? Is it my turn? It's my turn. It's money. It's money. 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 Money." Yeah, you had no poker face there, bud.
Yeah, blew it.
you were thirsty for that.
Yeah. Diener's on the roof describing Merlin to Farrell, and Farrell's like, "Merlin wasn't real." And then he's like, "No, Merlin is real," and it shows a picture of Merlin. Merlin has a crown on. What color were the diamonds in Merlin's crown? Were they green and purple, red and blue, white and green, purple and blue?
Red and blue.
What was the first one?
Green and purple.
Yeah, I'll say green and purple.
Merlin's crown had alternating green and purple gemstones.
Was that the first one? That's what I meant to say. Damn it.
Yeah, you said red and blue. It was green and purple. So it is 2-1 now.
Mhm.
I only
Nate.
have one.
Roaring back.
I suck. I can't do these good at all.
Oh, she's doing the trick. She's trying to do the
she
trick.
won last week.
Yeah.
That was the
I'm
one I
so
wrote, though. Those don't count.
bad.
Those don't
I'm
count.
so bad.
I'm not good at these.
I'm keeping my eye on her now. This is
Yeah.
where she makes her move on the
Just-
inside.
Get a better poker face when you know one, Nate. That's all. You're first on this question, okay? 3 left. We talked about the guy on the bike who got attacked by the hawk. He worked at the meat processing plant. How many pounds of meat did they process that day? Was it 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000?
4,000.
I'm going to say 4,000.
That man processed 4,000 pounds of meat that day. Attacked
Yeah.
by the hawk. Make
Meat on
3.
your hands. That's a good ad lib, Paul. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, like, what was it? The guy goes, no. 4,000. So 3-2-2 now. 2 questions left.
Okay.
The scene where we talked about where Terry got Diener a sex worker for his before his surgery. Dean is kind of passed out laughing. And it shows a close-up of him in his black t-shirt. There's a country written on his t-shirt. What country is written on his t-shirt? Was it China, Egypt, Mexico, or Russia? Catherine.
Egypt.
Mexico.
Damn it.
Woo! We got someone's right, and that person is Catherine. It was Egypt.
She did the trick, man. She fucking
Black
did the trick
t-shirt.
on us.
Yep. Jedi fucking mind trick. 3-3-2. Last
With
question.
1 to go. Okay, no, I'm shutting this down now. I'm shutting it down right now. Let's go.
The theme is Bro-Vember, and bros take each other out for ice cream. What color was Terry's ice cream cone? Was it pink, blue, yellow, or brown? And Nate, you're first.
Pink.
Pink.
Diener had chocolate. Terry had pink. Oh,
Wait, you won.
No, it's a tie.
oh, it's a tie right now. Okay,
Yeah.
they're going in
Yeah.
my bag of tricks here.
Yeah.
This is stressful. See, this is where I lose it.
I
This is where
sat up.
lose
I
it.
sat right up. I'm like, my spine. Yeah. I have good posture right now. I have excellent
Belly
posture
breathing,
right now.
slow.
Yeah. No, I'm like, the diaphragm is tucked. I'm fucking like, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do closest to. You can go over, you can go under. It doesn't matter. This movie received a what rating out of 10 on IMDb? Since Nate goes first.
I have to think of what IMDb would be, not what I would be. So I think IMDb gives this movie a 6.
I was gonna say 6.3.
We have a winner. And for the second week in a row, Catherine, congratulations.
Oh my God.
Was it 6.3?
6.8.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Kate
did
it.
not expect
Fucking Seabiscuit.
this. You fucker. Oh, Kate. You did the trick.
This is my greatest win. This is my greatest win.
That was
Tyson
clinic
knocks him out.
Oh, that was mind games. That I can't but respect what you did there. You played Nate like a fiddle.
You gotta tip your cap.
The championship DVD starts when Nate excitedly yells out
Yeah,
money.
I was just gonna say TSN turning point.
Yeah. As soon as he said money, I'm like, oh, Kate got this in the bag. Nate blew it.
Oh, that was fun. Thank you so much. I feel very honored that I won the quiz for the great Canadian film. That I was nervous.
Will love the fact that Kate won the quiz and me and Nate did not win. Good job, Kate.
I will say,
6.8.
thank you. I will say that it helped that I knew that Nate knew the right answers.
Yeah, you played the game.
I
tried
game.
to play the sport, and you played the game. Or something like that.
Something like that.
Just like take what I said, but make it make sense and be better. So put that together at home.
Yeah, Nate wrote the chapter, Kate wrote the book.
Okay,
and we'll go with that.
Sure.
Speaking of chapter books, what if we gave this movie some gold medals?
Chapter books, gold medals, we got it all here. For as long as we give out silvers, I'm in.
And bronzes.
Yep.
Bronzies.
Okay, I'll start. I'll go with my bronze. My bronze is going to Andrew Sparacino. Rest in peace. He played Troy / Tron in Fubar 1 and 2. He was a bro. He showed up at the end when it matters.
Died?
He died in real life, yeah. I didn't know that.
What happened?
No idea. It's
a bummer.
So, yeah, well, it's a heavy film for
That's his
fucking
life.
Guys that have bad hair extensions. That, by the way, the worst hair extensions ever in this movie. Especially when Terry takes his hat off for the first time and he just has a regular haircut and long hair at the back. So fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm giving my bronze to the same guy. I'm giving it to Andrew as Tron. I thought he sealed it with that joke at the end for me. Very funny.
Yep.
I'm going to give mine to, I think it's the writer-director who plays Farrell.
Gordon Skilling?
Gordon Skilling. Just a wild ride with that character, and I really enjoyed it. Great job.
My silver medal is going to Mr. David Lawrence, who plays Terry Cahill, the bro who was there for Diener. In his own way, he tried to be there the best he could, provided all the support that he was emotionally and physically capable of, and did it very funny. Silver medal.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think me and you were probably going to match on this one, but I thought he did a great job, and especially in the more tender moments, he did a good job, and that's why Kate liked him more than Dean because he was a sweeter, he was a kinder, and he was a gentler. Yeah. So
Gentle
I agree.
soul.
Gentle soul.
Yes, he gets my silver as well, but I'm also going to split it with the two real life fist fighting guys who
Went at it.
oh my God, I felt like I was back in Festus.
What a
And,
lucky find that was on that day of filming.
I was like, men are so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
we're literally animals.
you guys are seriously fucking stupid and dumb. Just
When he's looking at his
sorry.
tooth, I think it was either Diener or Terry yelled in the background. Put some cement on that.
Yeah.
That was very funny to me.
I didn't understand that.
Like contact cement, like just
Oh,
glue
for
it
your
back.
mouth. Oh, I was like, why
get
would you
your
want to
tooth
put it on
back
the
in.
ground?
No, glue your tooth back in.
Gotcha. Gold medals. Are we all giving it to Paul?
It would be funny if none of us did.
Yeah, Paul, just like
my gold medal is, of course, going to the Canadian icon, the governor of Givener. Very nice man. And iconic character, Diener, played by Paul Spence. Just so many fucking funny lines from this movie. Every time I watch this movie, I can't stop saying the word bud after everything I say. That's what I thought Smeagol was saying precious for. Like, someone's like name, like, hey, bud, you know?
Hey, bud.
You tied one on last night, bud. Like, you tied one on last night, precious.
Oh, I see.
Makes sense now, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my gold medal.
Yeah, I agree. It's he really left it all out there. And there's one part where he was running and then he hit the wire. Yeah. And I don't think he knew that wire was there. Like, he took that one for the team.
Terry, my face is seriously bunged up.
Like, he went face first.
Next time I watch this movie, I'm going to do a count of how many times he falls. He falls so many times in this movie. The physical comedy alone.
I was the one that said that we all agreed that it's going to Paul because, I mean, I'll never forget this character now. This is the first time I've seen this character in my life. I'll never forget it. And now I'm seeking out the sequel to it. So, I mean, that in and of itself says it.
And you are lucky because on December 6th, his movie that Paul wrote, The Origin of Diener, comes out streaming everywhere. Diener 89 comes out.
What?
Oh, look at us being like a real podcast with dates and plugs and stuff. Wow.
December 6th.
We are a real podcast, Nate.
Save the date.
I didn't believe it till this moment, Kate, but now damn, we really are.
How dare you? That's not giving her vibes. Be a Trish.
Damn.
Be a Dean or a Trish.
So what are we going to do about ratings? We're going to rate this fucking bitch up or what?
Oh my, yes, let's rate it.
The script for this movie, Fubar, 2002. So many lines in this movie, at least among my group of friends, my old party group of friends, not so much my new group of friends, but there's a lot of lines in this movie that people have repeated to me over my life, like probably at least 10 really recognizable lines. I got to give the script and the improvisation a 10. I got to give it to them. They did it.
Yeah.
No. Oh, go ahead.
I am going to also give it a 10 because you don't know where it's going, you know, like, and it ties up nicely at the end. Like, there's no like necessarily loose ends. It was fun and nice to watch, and I give it a 10.
Yeah, I give it a 10. Like Nate said, so many lines that I say every time someone drops something, I'll say little to no reaction. Stuff like that. 10.
The art direction for this movie, the sets, the props, the costumes.
Disgusting.
They filmed, it's one of the most horrible things I've ever seen. And it's also boring to me because this is where I live. This is what I look at every fucking day of my life. I went from outside where it looks like this and then looked on a TV screen to where it looks like this. I don't like that one bit. I didn't like that at all.
No.
But it's completely accurate. This is what everything looks like and what everybody dresses like. And 7.5.
Yeah. Everything looks like shit.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like they smell like mustard and ketchup. There's not a redeemable quality about anybody in this fucking movie.
Not one person with
appearance wise.
Nobody
Nobody pulls a fit off. Nobody pulls. When Dean, I get so mad when Dean shows up at Farrell's party, celebration of life thing, and he's got fucking the sweatpants on, ripaway sweatpants, and the fucking Navajo fucking Santa Fe Mexican fucking shirt on, tucked in, and the hair so bad, and some scenes
that was
the
his
hair
best outfit.
I know. He was trying to pull the fit off. He can't. It was. I always say it's not letting the fit wear you. You wear the fit. They got dominated. Every fit wore them.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with Nate with a 7.5.
Oh my gosh, I think you guys are being way too hard on this. Like,
No.
the choices are good. It is what it is. It's supposed to be a documentary. It was very lifelike, and for that, I'm giving it a 9.
You could smell these people through watching this movie.
I think that goes to show that they did a good job.
I think me and Brent are being being hard because we're like, we can't just give Paul a good score because it's Paul. So we're like, okay, here's where we can stick it to him.
The very first thing that this man did when I met him was give me a hug, and then he slipped me a playing card with a naked man on it. So he's not getting 10s for everything.
Why did he give you a card with a naked man on it?
Because I asked that question in Dylan's car, and he's like, did you expect to get a card with a naked man on today? And I said, no. He's like, well, enjoy. And that's true. Who does that? It was a naked man.
Paul Spence.
And he was, the man had an erection, and I think he was dressed as a cowboy. And it was very veiny and engorged. And
oh my god!
Maybe that carries over.
Did you feel unsafe?
No, I knew that it was going to be an interesting dinner at that point.
Oh my god!
I just didn't know what. Literally hugged him outside his hotel. Hand goes to mine, and it's a playing card, and I had to flip it over, and it was a naked erection.
What a memorable introduction!
And I left it in Dylan's car. It's in Dylan's console right now.
Was that on purpose?
Yes. I'm not coming traveling. What happens if I get in a car wreck on the way home? I got to drive 4.5 hours. I flipped my car on Kelly's Mountain. The fucking fireman are taking me out with the jaws of life, and then I got a fucking naked 7 of diamonds with the guy's cock out on it.
Oh, it was a playing card. Oh, it was just a playing card. I probably have those same cards. I have nude playing cards.
Oh, too. Yeah, I know. I was very surprised that you were scandalized by that.
No,
game.
I thought it was just like a card. I didn't think that it was a playing card. Like he had specially found these.
These playing cards have been passed around through every teenage group in the history of the world. Everyone has seen these cards.
I'm mine now. That's a fun idea, actually.
Yeah, we'll see. You and Paul. That's what. So yeah, the fireman put all my belongings in a little plastic baggie and handed it to Melissa.
Yeah.
It's like my hat, my sunglasses, a fucking guy with his holding his dick. And yeah, I can't explain that away.
The music for this movie. What did you guys think about the music for this movie?
Hated it.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't like metal. So I'm giving it a 7.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm going 10. I'm going the opposite. It's the shit rips.
And it's a 10 for me because of Rock and Roll's My Guitar.
Yep.
When he plays
that's funny.
And here's a little trick I think they pulled off. Instead of spending a lot of money getting all the rights to all these different songs, they just spent a moderate amount of money on one song.
Yeah.
Jailbreak played for like the first half hour of this movie.
Yeah. I noticed that too, Brad.
Every time it plays, I just laugh.
That is exactly what happened. Because when it played, I was like, how did they get the money to have this song, and then they just kept playing. I was like,
You're
God.
like, oh, this is going to be full of like AC/DC, Def Leppard, Kiss. This is going to be awesome. And then it's just Jailbreak over and over again. But that's enough for me. 10.
The theme for this movie, it's a Canadian comedy film. That's what they call it. If Wikipedia's not giving them the mockumentary, they're not putting that qualifier in there, even though I probably would if I was in charge of the pedia. But as a Canadian comedy film, what do you guys rate this movie?
I'm going to give it a 10 because I thought it was very funny and it's very Canadian.
Oh, it can't get any more Canadian. Any movie that uses a hockey stick as a prop as much as this, 10.
Yeah,
That's how you know something's wrong, when he got hit in the nut with the ball, and he knew something was up then.
that was how he knew.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10 too because this had a genuine impact on the culture of the place that I grew up. Like, this affected people in a way where they started behaving more like the characters.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I don't either. But it sure is. It shows
Sure
the
is
power
something.
of filmmaking and
Yeah.
the cinema. So be careful out there.
It's like when The Mask came out in my middle school and everybody was, all righty then.
Smoking.
Smoke.
I'm not.
And all the
Sorry.
kids started coming to school in yellow zoot suits. That was a crazy time.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
don't know. I don't think they kind of knew what they were. What was
Getting themselves into.
Yeah, a $10,000 credit card and a camera, and saying, "Let's go shoot this movie." And then 20 years later, people are still yelling things at them.
It's
from
the
it,
dream. I feel like if your piece of art that you've made exists like that impacts people like that, what a high compliment. What you've done well as a human, I feel like.
Yeah, and as he's a very recognizable character in Canada.
Well, if he needs some anonymity, he can come to.
He's just got to get rid of that mustache and no one's going to know. Paul.
Well, literally, we went to a restaurant and he walked in fine. Then he walked into the bathroom dressed as Diener. Everyone was like, "What? Oh, Diener's here." So yeah, he can't.
Why
the man
did he
can't go
do
anywhere.
that? Why did
'Cause
he
he-
change?
Because he ran too late. We were drinking and stuff, and he ran too late before he had a meet and greet before the movie. But we were at the restaurant too long, so he had to get changed in the bathroom at this fancy restaurant. And so he went in dressed as Paul. It's like the worst Superman thing ever.
You just get way worse.
Yeah, he comes out with the bad hair and the tight pants and stuff. Yeah.
The theme for this month is Brovember. It's movies about bros and taking care of your brothers. This is a complicated one because they are good friends in some ways and they're toxic friends in other ways. So I'm conflicted. Compared to Sam and Frodo, how bro-y are they? They're an 8. They're an 8 for Nate.
I think this is probably one of the better depictions of male friendship. Is
Mm-hmm.
more realistic, so I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Yeah. It's hard for me because you have Sam and Frodo fighting off the Eye of Sauron, and then you have Terry and Dean fighting off his testicle. I give it a 9. Give it a 9.
Giving it a 9.
Dean's kind of mean to Terry.
He's too mean to Terry. You should have been nicer to him. I wish he had learned his lesson and been nicer and given him a present. And it was really mean at the end when he pretended that he was going to die.
Yeah.
Terry was so sad.
Yeah, like I would 12. We only got 12, 13 minutes.
This movie gets a 45.8. Well done, Paul.
Very good.
This movie gets a 45.8.
Very good.
Yeah, you
That's-
overcame the stink and the grease. Good job.
Hey, Paul, do you ever think you'd get a movie that's about as highly rated as Silence of the Lambs? Do you ever think of that?
Anthony Hopkins, Paul Spence.
Same.
Hidden Figures got a 4. It scored higher than Hidden Figures. And Die Hard scored higher than Die Hard and Snatch. And Castaway.
Of course. Of course it
Even
does.
with our sandbagging. Good job.
Yes.
Would you have meat
It
on your
did
hands?
as well. It did as well as Back to the Future.
You know, Back to the Future, one of the most famous movies ever made.
Well, this was just like it.
Yeah. equal.
So what's next week, fellas?
Oh, it's audience choice. I put a very little effort into getting suggestions. I will read the suggestions. But I know
Okay.
what we're doing.
You don't know anything, man.
All right. Godfather, Goodfellas, Saving Private Ryan, Stand By Me, Predator, Tenet, The Lighthouse, Inception, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Good Time, Challengers, Mission Impossible movies, RRR, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds, Old School, Whitewater Summer, and multiple admissions of Return of the King.
I wrote down 1.
I wrote down 1 as well.
I wrote down 2.
Okay.
That's funny, Kate.
I did.
What did you
Which
write
were
down,
you two?
Kate?
I wrote down RRR and
Uh-huh.
the last Lord of the Rings.
Okay. I wrote down Return of the King.
Yeah, I wrote down Return of the King.
I have to finish my journey.
It's time to see what happens.
Yeah.
But I do want to watch RRR.
Me too,
Yeah,
actually.
I
It's a
get a
great
lot.
Have you
movie.
guys
Yeah.
seen it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's epic.
I would absolutely watch it again.
There is nothing. It's so unique. It gives me a feeling. It's a unique feeling.
It's like the first time I went to the theater and I saw Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it was just like completely different than anything I ever saw in my life. That's how I felt when I watched RRR.
Yes. So Brent, who suggested this movie?
The 37 Spanish Angels mostly. They are already going to make up the quiz for us. And I'm going to get somebody from the 37 Spanish Angels to come on and do the quiz so I can be part of it where I can make guesses.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Please do that.
What
that
fun.
would be great. That'll be great.
Fun.
And I'm going to do terrible. I'm really going to do bad.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
Don't even, you're starting too early, Kate. Now you're getting cocky. Now you're just getting cocky.
I will do bad. I'm sure I'll lose. I won't even get one.
Stop.
For real. You guys know I either win or I get 2. I do not get many answers correct.
Shut up.
I'm done with this. Us up. She's fucking setting us up, dude.
And then you have to think next week of the new month for December.
Oh, I've already
Catherine.
been thinking.
Okay.
Don't worry about my thoughts.
Wouldn't dare, bud.
Bud? Well, buds. That means all that's left to do is say goodnight.
Good night, Kate.
Good night, bud.
We come to it at last. The Los Angeles Times calls The Return of the King the cinematic epic of our time. This masterpiece takes its rightful place among such classics as Gone with the Wind and Lawrence of Arabia. Winner of the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Picture of the Year and nominated for 4 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Director Peter Jackson and Best Picture of the Year. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Rated PG-13.
Sounded Australian, mate.
Australian.
No.
No.